Hey, what's up guys? This is Meathead Mikkel from meatheadgaming.com, and we're about to do a fairly organized Torment 6 Act 1 Cathedral 4 full clear with a Pools of Reflection bonus. And so I'm going to be starting out at 359 out of 675 million, and I'm going to be timing this run, and we'll see what our XP per hour is. So my skills and my stats, and I'll link all this stuff in the description below. So let's go ahead and get started. Start my timer. And we're going. And right out the gate we have our first elite. So, we burn these guys down pretty quick at this point. Torment 1, or excuse me, Torment 6, Act 1 is fairly easy for us. So we'll see how quickly we can clear this. And this isn't like a prep run or anything, but we are playing in a fairly functional group. We just did a Keep Depths 2 run on Torment 6. Usually about one person per run dies, or not per run, per elite in Keep Depths 2, so we're switched over to farming Cathedral 4 a little bit more because we don't generally die here. So whatever Pools of Reflection stacks we manage to save up, we'll get to keep them. And a couple things that really help this run out. First, having Pole Monk, if you're rolling with wizards, because they'll kind of focus the AoE for you, and then you can spam meteor or whatever, but you have this tight-knit group of mobs that you can just go to town on. I personally think that Exploding Palm is a little OP, but monks deserve a buff, and I'm glad they have it. And it's not totally OP, just it's a good skill, and that's what the monks are using here for some incredibly sick damage output. We can burn white mobs down very fast. So as you can see, it's really, really fast. We just need to get one of them down so it can proc. And then, assuming that they're grouped up together, the rest will be pretty quick. The other thing that you want to do that's going to help out your runtime significantly is whoever the leader is, which in this case is going to be a Pole Monk, they need to use the G hotkey button and spam their banner, if, like, you see how it is on the map right now, so that we kind of know where to go. And as I was explaining in my solo video for Cathedral runs on T6, this map is a giant square. So, and it's always a square, and the pieces of the square will be different and they'll change, but the square is always there. And I was playing a little sloppy there. I do not want to die because I have a Pool of Reflection. So you just kind of have to figure out where you are in the square. And, where the square is going to be this way. So you guys saw us skip some mobs. That's okay, because we're going back and taking them on now. Because we're just following the square pattern. It's the most efficient way to do this run without backtracking too much. You're going to backtrack to some extent. Anyway, there's nothing you can do about it. But you can minimize it by figuring out where you are in the layout and then, moving to the correct areas accordingly. So, and this is the same build that I was using for Coda runs. Nothing's changed. And the only thing that I got actually that's different from that video is, as I was crafting shoulders for my Witch Doctor, which I plan to do some testing with, I ended up crafting a slightly better version. Look at that. For the wizard. So my shoulders are just like literally a hair better. This is what they are. All those stats were about 2 or 3 less on the other ones, so not a major upgrade, but I figured I'd show you guys anyway. And the rest of the DPS and toughness difference is really just from the Paragon models. And I'm currently 311, so that's where the other difference is coming from. And I'm curious to see what our XP per hour in this group is going to be. I'm assuming, you know, my computer doesn't completely choke. We're currently at the 5-minute mark. And this is, in an organized group like this, it's a fairly quick run. I mean, it's definitely less than 10 minutes, unless you run into some major problems, and that's about 10 minutes actually, or less. That's with elites, and that's kind of the other benefit of doing this in group. Outside of just the group bonuses, you also get to kill the elites. And with a 3-stack bonus, without Hellfire or Ruby, I'm at 2959% XP, which is about 120% bonus less than if I were to wear my Hellfire and Ruby, but by not doing so, I gain, you know, about 10% damage and almost 30% toughness than if I were to wear those items. So it makes no sense for me to, you know, min-max like that when there's a much better alternative. But this is still a very, very good XP per hour. So we should be finishing up this run here shortly. Then we'll do some math and we'll figure out where we're at. But this is easy mode now, and I'm actually surprised that it took this little time to farm Torment 6. I think it's probably because we're kind of in this weird stage where there's still a lot of legacy gear that's good in combination with some of the newer high stat roll but low damage roll legendaries and rares. And when you have that kind of perfect combination, then, you know, this happens. So I think that's it. That's the end of the run. So we're at the 7-minute mark. And let's see where we are with XP. And figure out how well we did. So we're at 637. We started out at 359. So that gives us 278 million XP over 7 minutes. That's 39.7 mil XP per hour times 60 minutes. That's 2.3 billion XP per hour. That's insane, guys. That is insane. So we're going to do more testing with this. This is group play, by the way, so a solo, it's going to be a lot harder to come close to this, but this is very, very good XP. So thanks for watching, guys. This is Beathead Mikkel from headgaming.com, and I'll see you guys soon.